it's Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks. And today we're making one of my sister's favorites, 3 cheese sausage muffins. So I'm going to be using Jimmy Dean's sage sausage because I don't have enough Swaggerty's, which is my favorite sausage. I bought this yesterday. You're going to brown your sausage with your onion, and we're going to start with that first. And once this sausage gets to going pretty good, I'll throw in my green onion. So I just chopped up a couple of green onions. And if you don't have a green onion, you can use a regular onion. I'm going to brown this just a little bit before I throw that in there. And chop it up pretty good. Now, sausage don't have a lot of fat, so I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil in here. These are delicious muffins. How could they not be? They got 3 cheeses, including cream cheese in them. We have a couple of viewers visiting us this week, so I plan to give them some of these, and they can heat them up for breakfast. They're in an RV at Crooked River visiting. The Butlers, Rhonda and Butch Butler. I'm excited to see them this week. We're going to be using a blending fork, and we're going to blend in some softened butter. I'm going to use a 1/4 stick. Actually, it's a 1/2 stick, which is a 1/4 cup of butter. I actually heated up a bowl with some water in it and flipped it upside down over the top of that so it would soften the butter. Somebody told me that the other day, so I listened. I love it when y'all give me tips. We're going to use this blending fork, and we are going to blend this butter into a cup of self-rising flour. And of course, we're using our white lily flour that is already got the baking powder and the salt in it. This recipe makes about 12 regular size muffins, not huge ones, but regular size. All right, I just love the blending fork. It's amazing. We are going to add 2/3 cup of buttermilk. That's low-fat buttermilk. That's why it's so runny. I'm going to open up a couple of eggs and beat them with a fork and put those in there as well. We're going to mix this up. Now you're going to add a 1/2 cup of cheddar cheese, sharp, and then a 1/4 cup of mild cheddar cheese. I didn't have any mild cheddar, so we're using a low-fat Mexican blend. Get that in there good. Now we're going to add our sausage. And onion. Let's see, I need something to scrape it out with. We'll use this fork we beat the eggs up with. Smells good. Now I'm going to mix this up. And you're going to be using some cream cheese. And what you're going to do is take 3 ounces of cream cheese, and you're going to cube it. And instead of putting it in here, you can put it in here and mix it up. But I think I'm going to put it in the individual cups once I get them for baking. And that way I won't get too much in one. Because that stuff wants to stick together. Sticks together like friends. We're going to spray the muffin tins with Baker's Joy spray. On the opposite side that I was on, because the cheese will make it sticky, and they're going to want to stick in these tins, so make sure you do a good job greasing them. Okay? I'm going to get a spoon. And I'm going to try to divide these out evenly. Now my mix is pretty runny because I used a low-fat buttermilk, and it would be this runny if you use a regular milk. If you used a thicker whole buttermilk, it would be a thicker batter. Either way, it's going to bake up fine. So it's better to go ahead and try to get the same amount in each tin. And then if you have extra, then you can try to even them up. It's hard to believe 1 cup of flour will make this many muffins, but it does. Which is a lot. Enough to share. So, I guess you could have this recipe. But the great thing about these muffins is you can freeze them. Wrap them individually and freeze them and get them out and warm them up for breakfast. I'm going to rinse my hands off, and then we're going to put the cream cheese on top. And like I said, you don't have to do the cream cheese this way. You can mix it in. But I like to just try to get about the same amount of cream cheese in each muffin. So I'm going to go with 4 each, and we'll see how that works. It's going to sink down in there once it starts to bake, more than likely. Now, it's according to how big you cut your cream cheese too. You really need to cut it pretty small like I did in order to make even it out between the muffins. Some of them are bigger, so I'm putting in 3. You just want to bring your cream cheese to a room temperature as well. It's good to cut it while it's cold though. A little short, but that's fine. They all got some cream cheese, and that's the main goal. All right, this recipe, I'm trying to dry my hands. I believe this is my 3rd cookbook. Yeah, this recipe is in our 3rd cookbook, along with our cheesy cheddar biscuits. Those are really good with chili. And they got more spices in them, and onion powder and stuff like that. And this is our 3rd cookbook recipe. Slide these in the oven, and it says to bake them for 30 minutes. All right, 25 to 30. We'll go 30 because I like them to be nice and toasty and the cheese to be good and toasty. Here they are. They look delish. We're going to get a cooling rack to put them out on. And hopefully I can get them out pretty easy. Let me get me a spoon. Because they're cheesy, they do stick just a tiny bit. So, like I said, just make sure that you grease the muffin pans good. And I would not put these, if you're tempted, I would not put these in cupcake papers because then the cheese won't get all toasty. You want the cheese to be good and toasty on the bottom. Alright, I'm going to open this one and let you see how pretty they look. Yummy. These are so good, y'all. So very good. Sausage and cheese. Mmm. They taste like a big fluffy sausage ball. Boy, they're good. This is a great recipe for when you're having company and having the kids over or just friends over and you need an appetizer. These would make a good appetizer, but they're pretty big. For an appetizer, you could put them in the little muffin, the tiny muffin tins. They're also great for breakfast. If you're taking breakfast to Sunday school or to a meeting at work, these are a great way to do it and have a good muffin that's not a sweet muffin. Yum! Woo, those are good. So, yummy. I think Rhonda and Butch will enjoy these for their breakfast in their RV this week. Thanks for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. Bye, y'all. Love ya.